Something called the Barack Obama Truth Squad. Two high-profile prosecutors are part of the team. We met them this afternoon in the Central West End. They are Jennifer Joyce from the city, Bob McCullough, the St. Louis County prosecuting attorney. They will be reminding voters that Barack Obama is a Christian who wants to cut taxes for anyone making less than $250,000 a year. They also say they plan to respond immediately to any ads and statements that might violate Missouri ethics laws.
We want to keep this campaign focused on issues. We don't want people to get distracted, and the Missourians don't want to be distracted by these divisive character attacks. So we're here to respond to any character attacks, to set the record straight.
Whether it is directly attributable to the campaign or to one of the soft money operations, if they're not going to tell the truth, then somebody's got to step up and say, wait a minute, that's not true, this is the truth.
Now, the Obama campaign tells News 4 that others, prosecutors and sheriffs, are also part of the team, including some from the Kansas City area and from rural parts of Missouri. We're also told the Truth Squad is expected to include Jefferson County Sheriff Glenn Boyd. Live in Maplewood,
yeah, that's him.
John Mills,
that's the one that grabbed the lady's house. It's true. That guy was right earlier. I mean, folks, you notice we're going to decide what you say in the campaign. We're going to arrest you if we decide. We're the commissariat. We got the guns.
We're on the march. The empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
Hello, this is Steve Shank. You might not be able to spell Constitution, but you sure know how important it is. You might not be missing any shirts from your closet, but you have given the shirt off your back hundreds of times. You might not understand the thousands of laws that exist, but you do live by the 10 Commandments. You might not know who the bad guys are or what you should be complaining about, but you do know what to be thankful for. You might not be looking for a government handout, but you do know how to lend a helping hand. eFoodsDirect.com. There might be a lot that you don't know, but you do know that you want to take care of your family. eFoodsDirect.com. You might not be able to own a farm, but you can have the food that came from one. eFoodsDirect.com, 800-409-5633. We're thankful for the chance to lend a hand with food for you and your family. On the web, eFoodsDirect.com, or call 800-409-5633.
In the New World Order's war against humanity, Barack Obama is the tip of the spear.
We've got to have a civilian national security force that's just as powerful, just as strong, just as well-funded.
The Obama deception completely destroys the myth that Obama is working for the best interest of the American people.
Well, Obama's already fudging. He's fudged since day one in this election.
If you have a demagogue with a fanatical mass movement of personality cultists who is imposing the program of a group of extreme bankers and finance oligarchs, that's fascism.
It's not about left or right. It's about a one-world government. This film documents who Obama works for, the lies he has told, and his real agenda. Get your copy of The Obama Deception today at Infowars.com or download it in super high quality at PrisonPlanet.tv. The Obama Deception. The people strike back.
Hi, my name is MZ, owner of KSCO in Santa Cruz, California. And like Alex Jones, I'm passionate about talk radio, that great bastion of freedom of expression for us all. I'm also passionate about helping people know the joys, benefits, and surprisingly simple methods of becoming entrepreneurs who work for themselves and not as wage slaves for someone else, or even worse, for large companies with no heart and soul, nor loyalty to their employees. If you're tired of being dependent on others for a living and ready to start owning yourself, loving your work, and setting the sky as the limit for your earning potential, I want you to know about an exciting, great business opportunity involving the marketing of healthful dark chocolate that actually helps people lose weight and can help them make money, perhaps lots of it, just by helping us spread the word about this wonderful, unique product. Get on the web and go to chocolate.ownmyself.com. That's chocolate.ownmyself.com, and check out our opportunity. You'll know pretty quick if you're interested. If you are, we will connect with you and get you up and running. We don't want any money from you, and you'll be amazed at how simple this system is. Remember, chocolate.ownmyself.com.
All right, I'll get to your calls at the end of the show. I guess we're getting to all these clips in this news. By the way, the clip goes on and on and on, Emmanuel. We have the clip in the Obama Deception, just one of the hundreds of things that's covered in the film. We told you. They've sworn to introduce bills to where the Attorney General can ban anyone he wants without him being convicted from owning a firearm, and he can ban any firearms he wishes, any or all. And he's argued for total gun ban against the American people. I'm not just saying that. I mean, this is on record. We've given you bill numbers. This is really happening. They really have bills to arrest you for your speech if, quote, it hurts someone's feelings. Finish up with Rahm Emanuel, which they've now introduced the bills to do it. But it's not Al-Qaeda. It's not, oh, well, we think this Muslim. It's okay to take a Muslim's rights, the media says. But, you know, they set the precedent, which is wrong. Now it's everybody. And most of the veterans I know can't buy guns anymore. In fact, if you're a vet, try to go out and buy one. Chances are they're going to go, sorry, FBI Nick says no, Bill. You're like, wonder why. They won't ever tell you. Just like the no-fly list. You're a slave now. If you don't like it, SWAT team will drop by. Let's go ahead and, because the bankers own us now, Bob, Bill. Just hand them over, man. If we just do what the government says and become their slaves, everything will be all right. I mean, in Vermont, in Connecticut, in other states, Missouri, they get on the news and say, we're law enforcement making sure we want to keep this campaign focused the way we want. We're political officers. And if we decide what you're saying, we're keeping a close eye out on what you say on radio and TV. And if we don't like it, we're going to go ahead and arrest you. That's what the American way is all about. I mean, this is just tyranny on steroids, and it's happening. And again, YouTube channels everywhere with hundreds of thousands of views, big channels that separate people. I mean, I told folks about, and it's almost like I'm conditioned now to accept this. I talked to Nate Evans, his own channel since 2006, put a few of my videos on, the director's account. YouTube shut it down and didn't give him copyright violations. They just said, we're taking your account away. We're getting hundreds of emails from people that had the same thing happen on YouTube. And now Google announces they're ending the internet. They're ending video on their internet system. And they're phasing out the U and YouTube to mainline TV shows and movies. They've already moved most of the user videos off the main page. They're doing it. They've announced it. This is happening. Let's go ahead and play Rahm Emanuel. Grandpa, is it really true that...
not one far from liking...
All right, hold on, pause. Back it up.
And policy, but
back it up. Grandpa, is it really true once we get on firearms? Yes, once we did, but don't let anybody hear. They'll arrest us. Hold on, a hover drone's flying over. Just face scanned us. I mean, this is tyranny. This is the norm everywhere else. It's happening here. Criminals have taken over. They own both parties. I keep repeating that. It's almost like a Mayday situation at this point. And both parties are controlled. The Republicans are standing down. It's all staged. Look, go ahead and play Rahm Emanuel, and now they've introduced the bill. And people say, oh, it will never pass. I'm getting emails going, I don't know if this is credible. Yeah, they introduced it, Alex, but it doesn't have much of a chance of passing. I mean, and they've introduced bills to arrest you if they don't like what you say, but it ain't going to pass. The point is they're trying it, and a lot of this stuff is passing. All right, go ahead and play Rahm Emanuel. Here it is.
One issue as a test vote and then take it into the election. That is, if you are on the no-fly list because you are known as maybe a possible terrorist, you cannot buy a handgun in America. And I am not one far from liking the mixing of politics and policy, but as my old boss used to say, give me that vote and throw me into that briar patch. I'll make politics out of that every day. Because if it's between that terrorist list and the NRA, I know where America's going to be every time, and they're going to make the right choice. And we have got to start building on that. That is the right thing to take into the election, and it's the right policy. But if you're on that no-fly list, your access to the right to bear arms is canceled because you're not part of the American family. You don't deserve that right. There is no right for you if you're on that terrorist list.
All right, let's stop right there. Number one issue. Now, that says 700,000, and it was 1 million as of a year ago. 6 months ago, the number was 1,100,000. In fact, search engine for folks, no-fly list reaches 1 million. You'll have articles from 2007 on that. So I say 1,100,000. It's way above that.